Alright guys, I just got done filming a review of the Rock River Arms Elite Operator 2, okay? And I went up to upload it onto my computer, and literally it's like over 40 minutes. So I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, the thing is I really like this gun, and so like when I got talking about it, I like the time got away from me, and it ended up being 40 minutes long. What I'm going to do is I'm going to post this video, which is going to be the short review of the gun, just running through the features, kind of my take on it, and then I'm going to upload just shortly hereafter, probably in the same day. I'm going to upload the longer video so that you guys can see both. So if you're really interested in the gun, if you just want to watch this quick review on it, you can do that. If you want to watch a more in-depth, detailed review, then hit that that next video on the playlist or whatever. So, okay guys, so what I have is the Rock River Elite Operator 2. Why I purchased this gun in the beginning, I bought it a couple months ago. The reason why I got it was I wanted to do like a higher end AR-15 build. Okay, so I was going to take this gun and I was going to put some improvements on it, and then I was going to, you know, just kind of customize it a bit to me and turn it into more like, I was going to put a scope on it and turn it into a little bit more of a long range shooting gun. Now, people are going to argue that a 16-inch barrel is not the way to go for a long-range shooter. I realize that. Whatever. I'm not going to argue that. You know, blah blah blah. That's not what this video is about. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of run through the features real quick for you. Okay. Like I said, I want to keep this right around 10 minutes. This review of it. So here we go. So first off, coming from the muzzle on the way down, it has the Rock River Arms, the tactical muzzle brake. There you have some kind of some crenulations on the end there. Pretty robust little muzzle brake. It works. It reduces recoil like crazy. It also causes a lot of the muzzle wash to come back at you, the muzzle blast to come back, and it is a lot louder. Okay, if you've ever shot with somebody on the range or on a line, and every time they shoot, it feels like you got kicked in the face. Yeah, that's from the muzzle brake. Okay, now moving on to the barrel. The barrel is a chromoly 4140, I think, barrel steel. It is a non-chrome lined 1-in-9 twist. Let me show you guys what's printed on the barrel here, if you guys can read that. Okay, see if it'll focus. Rock River Arms 5.56 NATO 1-in-9 CM. That's what the barrel's listed as. You can shoot 5.56 out of this. You can shoot also 2.23 Remington. Okay, so that's the barrel. Oh, the barrel is also free float. Okay, it's free floated off the trigger guard or off the receiver, and it is non-chrome lined. Okay, it does not have chrome lining. There's upsides and downsides of that. If you want to know more about that, I'll probably do a separate video on the difference between chrome lining and non-chrome lining. But that's how it is. It is a non-chrome lined barrel. It is. Like I said, again, this is a free float barrel. It is a full profile barrel. It goes this profile till the gas block, and then it actually goes full profile all the way up, and then plugs into the receiver. So it's a very thick barrel. I like thick barrels. In the longer review, I talk a little bit more about why I like them. Now, really cool front sight. It actually folds down. Let me show you. You just push this button and it folds flat. Really nice option if you're going to be running like an optic. It is nice because it just pulls right back up and locks into place. Very neat. The front, the gas block, it has this little Picatinny rail section on the bottom. You might want to be careful with what you mount there because it will get hot and it could melt plastic. So keep that in mind when you are going to when you decide what you're going to be mounting there on the bottom. Now, on to the forend. The forend here is free floated, like I said. It's aluminum and it weighs about a pound, okay? It's vented here in the front with a quad rail, and I've got like these little rail covers on the front here to make it a little bit more comfortable. And then it has this nice little smooth section where you can, you know, rest the gun when you're shooting. Let me give you a little view of that. See how it's kind of a solid chunk of aluminum? It's very heavy. And the biggest downside to this whole rifle, I think, is the weight. It weighs about 8 pounds in the configuration. You see it here now. Part of that weight comes from the heavy barrel. Part of it comes from this forend. This forend weighs about a pound. Also the biggest downside to this forend is that it heats up very, very, very quickly. I shot 30 rounds through the gun, and the forend here was almost too hot to touch. Okay, after 30 rounds of non-rapid fire magazine, I didn't mag dump it or anything like that. I just fired 30 rounds. So if I had to dump that mag out and drop another 30 rounds through the gun, it'd probably be skin melting hot. So it was very, very hot. So that was one of the biggest downsides to this gun, was the fact that the forearm, albeit very cool looking and awesome in conception, okay, when in actual use, it falls flat, or it falls short, in my opinion. So that would have been one of the upgrades I would have made to this gun, is I would have gotten rid of this and actually put on a different free float forend on it. So, okay, now moving on to the rear sight. This is the Rock River tactical carry handle, as I think what they call it. It's just got your standard sight here in the back. Elevation and windage are pretty well standard on it. It is removable. It does have that Picatinny rail up front, so you can mount like a little red dot there and have it co-witness, which is really, really nice. So that's actually a really nice feature. It's a standard carry handle, or a standard charging handle, standard forward assist, or forward assist. Mag release is the same. All your other components are mil-spec, except for this little the selector switch has this little kind of nub on it instead of it being a little bit different. I like it to some degree, but some degree I don't, because it doesn't offer quite as much real estate, but it does stick out a little further, and so it does help you grip it a little bit better. So anyway, I don't like it. Some people do. It's just kind of how it is. Other than that, it's pretty even. Moving down here to the trigger guard. This is an elite operator, so if you're going to be an operator, right, you're going to have like tactical gloves on or something like that. So you're going to want to have like a winterized trigger guard. It is a little bit sharp on the edges. It's not something I would change. I do prefer the Magpul's winter trigger guard, their extended trigger guard, a little bit better. But that one is nice. It's nice and well thought out. It also has a Ergo rubber grip on it. I do like these grips pretty good, because, well, most of the time I don't like rubber grips, mainly because they tend to be too tacky and they grab clothing. This one's kind of a medium grip texture, and so it's not overly like soft, and so it doesn't grab clothing as much. It still does to some degree. I'd probably change that out if I was going to keep this rifle. That's that's the Rock River Ergo Grip. Pretty good. It is just open. There's no compartment inside or anything like that. So, okay, now moving on to the trigger. Now, the trigger is probably one of the nicest things about this gun. Is it has the Rock River 2-stage trigger. It has a nice little. Let me rest this gun here for a second. It has the has a little bit of an uptake, okay, which is nice. It lets you know that you're on it. And then it has like maybe 1/10 of a millimeter in creep. Oop. Little uptake there. Okay, put it on fire. Has a little bit of an uptake there, and then it has maybe 1/10 of a millimeter in creep, and then it gives really, really crisply. I think that this trigger beats a mil-spec trigger for sure. It's really, really crisp. The reset on it, okay, is very audible, as you can hear. Okay, but the problem is then you have that uptake again. Okay, so when you hear that reset, you have to uptake the trigger again and then fire. It does operate, in my opinion, better than a mil-spec trigger, and I like it. That 2-stage trigger I really, really like. I think it's a great, great trigger. Okay, moving back to the end of the gun here, we have the buttstock. This is like a SOPMOD type stock, like a Voltor type stock. You get Magpul has something that's very similar. It has a lot of real estate for your cheek, which makes it very, very comfortable to shoot. I'm going to go ahead, it's a 6-position stock. I'm going to go ahead and take it off here. How you take it off is you extend that out and it pulls right off. It does have this rear compartment, okay? So you kind of push this button down and pull the whole pad down. And it has this little compartment that is O-ring sealed, okay? And you can put batteries down inside of it. So that's awesome. I think it's a really, really, really cool option, especially if you're going to be running optics that uses batteries, or if you're going to have like a flashlight that uses CR123s or like AAAs or AA's. that gives you the option to have some spare batteries on hand. So it's actually a pretty neat little system there that they have. And it's a very, very comfortable stock. So I think it's one of the biggest upsides, the biggest pluses to this rifle. Okay, now, let me open it up here for you. And I'm going to show you the inside. Okay, so one of the features that comes with the Rock River Elite Operator 2 is this chrome bolt carrier group. Now, right now, Rock River Arms, as of August 2012, is running a little bit of a promotion on these rifles. They're about running right around $1,000. The problem is they're not offering the chrome lined or the chrome bolt carrier group, mainly because I think of supply and demand. I think they just can't get a hold of them right now. And so they're coming with your traditional Parkerized bolt carrier group. I think that's a downside if you can't get the chrome one, because the chrome makes it really, really nice for cleaning. It's a really, really nice cleaning, and I think it adds a little bit of lubricity to it. So I think that it'll run a little bit more reliably with the chrome lined or the chrome bolt carrier group as well. Let me show you the staking on it. Really decent, you know, no complaints at all there. The biggest downside to Rock River bolt carrier groups is that they're not shot peened, nor are they high pressure tested or magnetically particle inspected. So it's kind of like, I think they batch test their bolt carrier groups. I prefer to have every bolt carrier group magnetically particle inspected, high pressure test, and shot peened. It adds for more durability, and it gives me a little bit more peace of mind that that it's not going to be defective. This is what I consider a AR-15 enhanced bolt carrier group, meaning that there is a little bit of added meat to the bottom of the bolt carrier group here. Instead of having just a thin little section or not one at all, it has like a little bit of a half cut. The full auto bolt will extend this little chunk of steel all the way up to here, so it adds a little mass to the bolt carrier group, slows the bolt carrier group down just a little bit, and I think it's a little bit better. It is a shrouded hammer, which is a plus in my opinion. It means that the gun's not going to cock on the it's not going to cock the hammer back riding on the firing pin, so it'll probably add some longevity to your firing pin. Other than that, I think it's a great option. I think if I kept the gun, I'd probably be changing this out. just my deal. I think the ease of cleaning is really nice, but I like to have a a bolt that is a little bit more reliable. Okay, so there's the bolt carrier. There's the bolt carrier group. Here's like what the inside of the gun looks like. You can tell that hammer is a little bit different. Okay, it's kind of thin. It doesn't have as much meat as like your standard hammer, so that's just kind of inherent to the Rock River two-stage trigger. Standard buffer. Okay, one thing I didn't mention about the gun is that it is a mid-length gas system, which I really like, because if you watch the full review, you'll get I'll talk a little bit more about why the mid-length system is good, but it is a mid-length gas system. So anyway, so a quick little pros and cons, okay, of the gun. I'm going to give you a quick little 2-minute pros and cons. Pro, accuracy, heavy barrel. Okay, it is a 4140 steel. Look in the longer review after this, and I talk a little bit more about it. But it's going to be very accurate. It's non-chrome lined. The front sight, that foldable front sight, I think is a total plus. The SOPMOD stock is a total plus. The free float barrel is a total plus. The trigger's a total plus. The winter handguard's a plus. These, this selector switch is kind of okay. If you can find one with the chrome bolt carrier group, it is a plus. And if you like the muzzle brake, it is a plus. If you can stand the muzzle blast and the added sound, or the added decibels from that, it's a plus. The downside is it's heavy. It weighs 8 pounds. The barrel is a lot to blame for that, but also this foregrip, okay, is probably one of the biggest negatives on the rifle. It looks really cool. The concept is cool, but it heats up very quickly, and it's very heavy. And so I think that overall, I think I'd get rid of that. That's one of the biggest downsides of this rifle. Other than that, it's a fantastic rifle, guys. So don't hesitate to take a second look at the Elite Operator 2 if you have a chance. And again, like I said, right now they're running a promotion for August 2012. I think you can get this for about $1,000 minus the chrome bolt carrier group. So Anyway, guys, don't forget to subscribe at the upper left-hand corner of the screen. Don't forget to leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about this. If you have any questions, go ahead and hit me up. I'll try to get back to you as quick as I can. And don't forget to rate, favorite, and share the video. It does help this video out, and it does help our channel grow. And it's something that shows a lot of appreciation for me and my videos. And I really appreciate you guys doing that. And anyway, guys, as always, thank you very, very much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video. See ya. From this guy, we're going to be firing it. The test gun is going to be the Sega 12-gauge shotgun. This has got the improved cylinder, so there's no choke in it, so it's a straight bore. And we're going to shoot it through and see how well it does. This is going to be pretty nuts, guys. There it is. Big old fatty 1-ounce slug. It's a high brass load. These kick like a beast, and we're gonna